Hey, how's it going, Fish fam? My name is Matt. If you haven't seen this channel before, that's because this is our first YouTube video. We've been on TikTok for a while, we've been on Instagram, but this is the first video that we're actually doing on YouTube. So come join us as we do a little bit of a tour of the fish room. We only got, I think, 8 tanks set up right now, but we're going to be moving that up to 14 in the next month or so. So come join us on this journey. And more importantly, I bet you're here to see these cool Corydoras that we have. We got some of these new CW217s about a week and a half ago, so they're still being quarantined, but they're honestly one of the most beautiful fish I've ever seen, and they do not look like most cories. So hopefully you stick around to see a little bit more in-depth videos of them, and if not, hopefully you get to subscribe to the channel and watch it later. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. Well, I figured I'd get us started off with the tank that got me started off into the hobby in general. This is my 20-gallon tall tank. Originally was used for high-grade guppies and trying to get them to breed. As you can tell, there's none in here anymore. Instead, I have some Ameca splendids. They're a type of Gadaeid. I really like them because when they spawn, they're not like other live birds where they just give birth and, the babies are just swimming around. They actually have it's not a gonopodium, Trifitania, I think it's called. So they give birth, and it's almost like they have an umbilical cord like humans. So they're super interesting. That's one of the reasons I got them, but also the personality is just crazy. Super beautiful fish. And in this tank, we also keep them with our Endlers, all of our male Endlers. So we got cobras in there. I think I have 1 or 2 orchids and then some black bars. And then I'll take them out and line breed them, whichever ones I like the most. And then down here, I'll see if I can get a good angle for you. This was one of the original tanks as well. I had been using this to breed some guppies, and then it ended up being a tank for Medaka. But right now, it's just holding, strong for our red cherry shrimp. So I'm trying to get these guys to explode and growth and stuff like that. And then I haven't had to call too many out of them. I think the line that I got is pretty good. I got them from a friend at the local fish group. But these guys are pretty cool. And yeah, eventually we'll put some more fish in this tank. But for the time being, it's just shrimp. Next to it, unfortunately, it's a little bit dark right now because I need to get a light for it. But this is a Medaka tank. So in here, I have gold lane Medaka and Ulysses Medaka. And they've just been breeding like crazy. At some point, I'm going to separate them because I do really like the Ulysses, and I don't want them to be hybridized with the gold lane ones. But they have just, they've given me a ton of babies. There's already about 12 in there, and we just pulled some more eggs the other day, and I think we're probably have another 20 on the horizon for them. Next to them is my what's supposed to be my albino blue topaz and full red tank. Long story short, what had happened is I had another female in here that was a bluegrass, and when I got a long story short, I guess I'll go even further back than that. The whole entire point, what I'm trying to do with this channel and all of my fish tanks was originally to try to fix some of these line bred guppy strains that are gorgeous and beautiful, but they all come at the expense of being super unhealthy and not hardy. So the original goal when I started getting these guys in was to crossbreed them between different strains and try to get some more genetics back into their lines while still trying to preserve the beauty of them. So I got some really, really expensive fish, and even this guy right here is part of a trio that I paid almost $60 for. It's just not a healthy fish. And she has yet to give me any babies, and the male that I had gotten from there, I'm not sure where he's at right now, but the male I got, he's right there. The male I had gotten, I think he might be sterile because he's just not giving me any babies. And it's been a little bit disappointing. So all that I have in here is bluegrass, and there's some cool, I'm not sure where it is. There's one that gave me ribbon tail. So I might try to express that. There it is. It's a ribbon tail one. So I might try to express those genes as I'm working on this project. But right now, this is the Albino Topaz tank. And when these guys get big enough, I'll probably move them over to the next tank, which is what's supposed to be the actual bluegrass tank. So these guys have been doing super well. Unfortunately, only one of the shrimp that I had left was a yellow saddleback or yellow lightning shrimp has survived because the shrimp that I've gotten are not great. But yep, this is this tank, and it's doing pretty good. The male is somewhere I can't find him. Usually he's up at the front. Oh, he's back there. I can see him. There's the female back there. But they've just given us a ton of babies, and they're coloring up now and already looking amazing. So super excited to work more with these. And this was originally my favorite fish. Of course, the ones I'm going to show you at the end of this video are my new favorite fish. But these were the OGs that I got into the hobby for. And then this was originally an Endler hybrid mix that I was trying to do. And I had taken some black bars and I was going to try to hybridize them with some black Moscow guppies. But the female that I got came in, and she came in with a ton of fry. So a lot of these are just black bar and Cobra Endler females. And then I have a couple, this black Moscow female right here. And then at the meeting for the ETAA, I'm a part of the Knoxville, the East Tennessee Aquatic Association. We just had a meeting, and I got some of these. I think they're half black lace guppies, and that was one of my dream ones as well. So I picked those up, and now this is going to turn into a hybrid build, but for the black lace metal ones over there. So that's the point of this tank. And this last tank over here, I'll try to get a video. It's a weird spot for me to try to take a shoot from, but so these are called Limia, Limia Peruia. So these are, I'm not going to say they're not extinct or endangered. They're just not super popular, mostly because, they just look like little minnows. So I don't think people find them super attractive, but you can see right there, the iridescence that comes off the male, and sometimes the female too, but mostly the male is, the closest thing I can try to say it's similar to is that of a holographic Pokemon card. And it's just crazy. And granted, I don't have the light set up properly to really get it on camera, and I don't think the camera would even pick it up if I tried. It's just something you have to see. It's like crazy beautiful. So I wish more people had these, and that's kind of one of the goals of the channel, is to try to get more people interested in some of these fish that aren't typically found in the area, and tie into and even the first tank that I showed up here with the Gudeids. These are actually endangered. Like these, if we're not doing our job to try to keep them and breed them and make sure that they're healthy and their line is stable, like these could go away forever. So part of the hobby is trying to spawn and breed these fish so we're not pulling them out of the wild, and they're already getting taken out of the wild by introducing. I think that these ones came from a spot that there's literally a Walmart now, and it's from a little spawning area and a river in Mexico. But yeah, we need to do our job, and you can see they chase like crazy. They don't hurt each other; they just chase a lot. But we need to do our job to not only try to find and make beautiful fish and hardy fish, but also try to protect the ones by not trying to catch them from the wild as much. So sorry to go on a spiel about there. But this might be the whole entire reason that you clicked on this video. And these are the new CW217 Corys. I will say the ones that I got them off of Aquabid. They came in with some problems. Unfortunately, the person that was taking care of them might not have been doing the best job of making sure their tank was clean and stuff like that. But they came in with, I would assume, probably a parasite and some bacterial issues. So they've been going through a full quarantine sync up and on this tank, and I put some catappa leaves in there to help with the anti-fungus bacterial properties that these type of leaves have with tannins and stuff. And in this tank, I have a couple other Corys that needed to go through quarantine anyway, so that's why they're all together. But these are unlike any other fish I have ever seen. They are Corydoras that look nothing like a Corydora. They kind of look like a Bosemani rainbow, and they get really big. I think like 3, maybe 4 inches, and they're super active. They're just flying across the tank all the time, enjoying their time. So even as they're getting quarantined, and quarantine's going to stress them out a little bit, they have become my favorite fish. And I'm a little bit of a snowflake, so I like to get things that don't look like other things. So a lot of other Corys look like these, and you got the bronze Corys and like peppered Corys and all those ones that just have like lines and dots and stuff on them. And I know that those are good to be focusing on breeding and make sure that they're being preserved, because we can't find them that much in the wild. But these just look like no other cory. And that was originally why I wanted to get them. And honestly, they're very expensive right now in the US. I think they're like at most places like $70, $80. I found these on Aquabid for $50 each. And even if, hopefully they don't die or anything like that, but even if they do, just being able to see them and have them and take care of them for I mean, I've only been doing it for a week, but being able to just have them in the fish room and see how amazing they are would be worth any amount of money that I put on them. And most people want to take these and just breed them and try to make money off of them. And granted, I do want to breed them, and I probably won't try to make money off of them. I'll try to just give them to my friends from the fish group. But they're seriously awesome fish. If you have a chance to get your hands on some of these, I definitely recommend it. And hopefully their prices will come down soon. I love them so much that I got a fish camera for Christmas, and it went straight onto this tank. And I will let you know. I said at work, and I had that camera pulled up, and it was just sitting in front of me all day long because these guys are just amazing. So, all right, enough love for these guys, but I will definitely plan on doing more videos on these guys and some of their care. Eventually, I'd like to get them to spawn. I don't think it's going to happen right now. I am conditioning them a little bit with frozen bloodworms and making sure they have a lot of protein in their diet, but eventually, I'd like to do a full breakdown and get them to spawn and record it, so we can learn more of these and hopefully get them passed around more to people. And it's not going to cost an arm and a leg to try to get some. So yeah. So if you're interested in learning more about these corys, I did a huge deep dive on where they're picked up from, as much as I can find online, and talking to transshippers and stuff like that. I'd love to do another video on it, but I think it'd only be worth it if people are interested in it. So. If you guys are interested in it, in the comments, feel free to type out CW217 or Corydoras or something, so I know that it's you guys are interested in learning more about them and how, where they normally come from in the water, what their seasons look like, and stuff like that. Because they are, there's not many other corys that come from the exact place that they're getting gathered from. So when we're trying to spawn them and take care of them, we want to make sure we're doing our job to make sure that we're trying to match their habitat that they're used to. So if you guys are interested in it, just put it down in the comments. Well, if you're one of the people that stuck around for this, the ending of this video, I just want to say I appreciate you. And here's a little snippet of what we're going to be doing in the next couple of months. So over here, I have a tote that I built out with a ton of water. I have some gravel and stuff in it. And the goal with that is to just be an area to store sponges, because this bottom rack here, which I didn't show you on the video, is going to be for 6 more 10-gallon tanks. So as we expand on the fish room, hopefully going to bring in some new stuff. But really, I have some really great fish as it is right now, and of course I want to expand, breeding on those. But if you guys have any, recommendations of fish that you'd like to see more of, or feel like it's super underrated, let me know, because I would love to try to spawn those. Of course, I'm working in 10 gallons, so don't throw cichlids at me and be like, hey, you should spawn Oscars or something like that, because that's not going to happen. I'm very new to this. I've only been, taking care of fish for about 3 months now. So this is as much as I've been able to do. I built this rack by myself, and it's been awesome. But yeah, if you guys are interested in learning more about, me or the channel or any of the fish, just let me know. And if you want to have a more in-depth video about the CW217s, put CW217 in the comments. Or Corydoras or whatever you want to put in there, so I know to make the video, because these guys are amazing. So thank you for your time, and I'll talk to you soon.